I'm Eric May on Scriptwriting. So how do you write a script anyway? One of the best anecdotes I ever heard went like this: there are 3 rules to writing a novel, and no one knows what they are. Well, anyway, everybody has their own way of writing and their own method that somehow gets them from the concept to the finished story. So I'll show you what I do. The first thing I do is I really pay attention to the images. I look at the images first. Then, very important, is I create log sheets. I create very detailed log sheets of every image with short descriptions, and sometimes I'll put a little notation next to it saying, oh yeah, that's really a good image. I do exactly the same for all of the interviews as well, and I transcribe them word for word, of course noting the time codes for reference later. Now, this might seem to be a very laborious process, and everyone's got their own way, but for me, this helps me understand the material that I've got, that I've already shot, and it really helps me get a handle on what I'm going to work with. Now, a great tip when you're writing something that's a bit longer than 2 or 3 minutes, something 5, 10, 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long, 30 minutes, an hour long, is to create a draft structure. That really helps you get a handle on your raw material, understand what elements you want, and most importantly, how you're going to start, how you're going to end, and what some of the key transitions will look like. So I always try to build a draft structure. Here's how I do it. First of all, I like to print out all of my logs and I lay them out on a big table. Then I simply stand back, look them over, and I ask myself questions. Now, this is one of the most creative parts of the entire writing process. I identify all the strongest images and sound bites that I think could work, and then I highlight them with a highlighter. Then I stand back and I look at everything that I've highlighted. The most important question always at this point is, what is the first, best, strongest image that I'm going to start with? What is the image or sequence that will draw in the audience right from the beginning? Since I already time-coded all the images already and noted some of the best, I already have a good idea. It's the same with the sound bites. What's the sound bite that reinforces that image? Since I've time-coded all the interviews already and noted some of the best, I already have a good idea. Now I simply number them very freely in the order I think they should go in the script. That spurs me on to find the next great image, the next good soundbite, the next image, the next great soundbite, and so on, numbering the elements as I go. Now again, usually I'm not too precious about this. I make decisions quickly because I know I can change them if it doesn't work in the final script. Then, going back to the computer, I simply cut and paste the highlighted elements into the draft structure. The final draft has all the elements: sound bites, supers, correctly written text, complete sentences. If something isn't working, images, sound bites, or text, sequences, I just shift it around. Again, I'm not afraid to drop it all together if it doesn't work. I always try to keep the writing itself clear and understandable. 1 thought per sentence is a great rule. And I always read it aloud. If it sounds wrong, it is, and it needs to be fixed. The most important thing for the audience is a clear structure: beginning, middle, end, character, conflict, resolution, and at the end of the story, we have shown change or what we learned. That's a good script.